Hello guys, welcome back, and today we're diving headfirst into the Netflix action abyss to find the absolute gems. I've emerged with a list of 10 action movies that will absolutely glue you to your couch. And yes, before you ask, I've put a list of where you can stream every single one of these in the first pinned comment. Now, let's get this movie night started. First up, we've got a German thriller that feels like Flight Plan had a baby with a spy movie, but this baby knows Krav Maga. A former Special Forces soldier is hunting for her kid who vanishes inside a US consulate. A US consulate? The one place you'd think is a fortress. Suddenly, she's unraveling this massive, dangerous conspiracy. The fight scenes are gritty and visceral, making you feel every single punch. It's one of those a mother will do anything for her child plots, but cranked up to 1,000 with espionage and betrayal. It's got some mixed reviews, but honestly, if you want a solid, entertaining action flick with some genuinely impressive combat, this delivers. The lead, Sarah Wolf, is an absolute force of nature. It's not about reinventing the wheel, it's about making the wheel spin so fast it catches fire. This one is called EXTERRITORIAL. Next on the list, we're heading to France for a film that throws a real-life MMA fighter into the lead role, and it totally works. Imagine you're a pro fighter and you accidentally kill the person your opponent in the ring. The guilt would be crushing, right? Well, that's our hero's reality. To find some kind of redemption, he decides to protect the son of the man he killed, who's now being hunted by a seriously nasty gang. The entire movie is steeped in the grimy, intense world of the Paris fight scene, and it feels authentic. The action is, as you'd expect, top-notch, but it's the heavy themes of guilt and redemption that give it some real weight. It's a straightforward story, sure, but it hits hard and doesn't pull any punches, literally. It's a raw, emotional, and brutal ride. Get ready for the knockout because this is KO. Okay, this next one is another French banger that asks a simple question. How far would you go to save the person you love? Our guy is a GIGN operator, think French SWAT team, and his pregnant wife, who is also a GIGN fighter, gets kidnapped. To make things a million times worse, he's also being framed for murder, so he's on the run from both the criminals and the cops. It's got shades of Taken and The Fugitive, but it's doing its own chaotic thing. The plot is a little thin, I'll admit, but who cares when the action is this good? The stunts are wild, sometimes bordering on unbelievable, but in the best way possible. It's pure, uncut adrenaline. It might not be a masterpiece of storytelling, but if you want to see Paris turned into a playground for explosions and car chases, this is your ticket. Check out AD VITAM. Alright, let's switch gears from fists to keyboards. This is a Dutch techno thriller, and it is stressful. We follow an ethical hacker, a good guy, you know? But she pokes her nose into a data heist run by an international crime syndicate and gets framed for murder. Classic. Now she's on the run with a guy she just met on a clumsy first date, trying to clear her name while dodging both professional killers and the police. The pacing is relentless. It's all about cybercrime, data breaches, and the terrifying reality of how fragile our digital lives are. It's a cat-and-mouse game played on a global scale, and you can't help but root for our hacker hero Mel Bandison. It's fast, it's slick, and it'll make you want to change all your passwords immediately. This digital nightmare is called the TAKEOVER. Okay, have you ever been late for something important? Now imagine being late for your daughter's birthday party, but if you don't make it in 60 minutes, you lose custody. Oh, and you're an MMA fighter who just ditched a major fight, so now a bunch of very angry criminals who bet on you are hunting you across Berlin. Did I mention that? Yeah, that's the premise. This movie is a non-stop, heart-pounding race against time. The entire film feels like a shot of pure adrenaline. The fight scenes are beautifully choreographed and absolutely brutal. It's a simple concept executed with incredible energy and style, blending a high-stakes family drama with a gritty survival thriller. You're just holding your breath, hoping he makes it. It's a frantic, breathless, and incredibly entertaining action flick. The clock is ticking on 60 minutes. Before we get to our next film, if you're enjoying this chaotic movie rant, do me a solid and smash that like button and subscribe to Filmflix. It helps me keep searching the depths of streaming for more movies to yell about. We're a community of movie fanatics here, and I love having you all along for the ride. Now let's get back to it. Next up, we're going big, like mountain-sized big. This is a Norwegian monster movie and it is glorious. An ancient troll straight out of folklore wakes up and starts stomping its way towards Oslo to reclaim its throne. It's drawn by the smell of Christians, which is just an amazing detail. We follow a paleontologist who grew up hearing troll stories from her eccentric father, and now she's the only one who might be able to stop this thing. It's a disaster movie that perfectly blends Nordic mythology with massive scale destruction. It's got that classic monster movie vibe, but with a unique cultural twist that makes it feel fresh and fun. It's genuinely spectacular, a bit goofy, and a whole lot of awesome. If you love a good creature feature, you have to see Troll. Alright, superhero fans, this one's for you. But it's not what you think. Forget capes and cheesy one-liners. Imagine a world where people with powers exist, but they're treated like second-class citizens, forced into poverty and crime. Our main character, Connor, has electrical powers and is desperately trying to pay for his mom's medical treatment. He teams up with a crew of other specials to pull jobs for a drug lord, which puts him on a collision course with a militarized police force. This is a gritty, grounded crime story that just happens to have superpowers. It explores themes of social inequality and desperation in a really compelling way. It's dark, it's realistic, and the world building is fantastic. It's what the superhero genre needs more of. Get ready to power up for Code 8. Now for something completely different, and I mean completely different. We're heading to Indonesia for an action thriller so violent, so gory, and so absolutely over the top that it makes other action movies look like children's cartoons. It's from the same director as The Night Comes for Us, so if you've seen that, you know what you're in for. We follow a 17-year-old assassin who goes against her own organization to protect a young boy who's been targeted. The plot is there, but let's be real, we're here for the action, and the action is a work of art. It's like watching a ballet of bloodshed. The choreography is insane, inventive, and utterly merciless. It's a brutal, blood-soaked, and beautiful symphony of destruction that will leave you breathless. Brace yourself for The Shadow Strays. Next up is a French thriller that proves you can't judge a book by its cover. A hardcore special ops agent goes undercover to infiltrate a crime syndicate. His mission is to stop a major terrorist attack. Simple enough, right? Wrong. He starts to form an unexpected bond with the mob boss's young son, and suddenly his mission, his morals, everything gets complicated. The lines between good and evil get so blurry you can't even see them anymore. The action is intense and brutally realistic, feeling more like a documentary than a movie at times. It's a slow-burn thriller that's more about the internal conflict of its main character than just mindless explosions. It's thoughtful, it's tense, and it has a real emotional core. This is AKA. Finally, we have a film that is less of a movie and more of an experience, a political Molotov cocktail thrown right at the screen. It starts with a gut-wrenching single-take shot that pulls you into the heart of a riot in a French suburb. The catalyst, a young boy has been killed by the police. We follow his three older brothers, each representing a different response to the tragedy and the systemic oppression they face. One seeks peace, one is a criminal who exploits the chaos, and one leads an all-out war against the system. It's a Greek tragedy set in a modern concrete jungle. The technical skill on display is mind-blowing. It's a visceral, immersive, and incredibly powerful film that feels urgent and necessary. It will grab you by the throat and not let go. This masterpiece is Athena. And that's our list. 10 action-packed reasons to cancel your plans and stay glued to Netflix. What did you think? Are there any hidden gems I missed? Let me know down in the comments. I read every single one. Thank you so much for hanging out with me for another movie night. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next deep dive. Until next time, keep watching, and I'll see you in the next video.